Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Dog, yeah. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with right bumper, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Okay. Okay. So, the time of death was between 4 and 5. Okay, I found the thing. Because he said it was 1 p.m. But let me just double check. And then let me just... Profiles, yeah. It was this. Cross-examination. Witness's account. Going to door, yeah. Okay, so I know what I need. Hold it! 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely! He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Yes. Present some evidence to contradict him. Present. Time of death between 4 and 5. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Hi, welcome in! How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that! This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time! After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Yay! Wait, I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was... Yeah, but there was a blackout, wasn't there? Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Yeah, okay, bud. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you. Right! You know what to do! I've got this one! The time of discovery. Hold it! Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time. Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. I hope the voices are staying consistent, but I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this. In a good way. The last time this is the audio working? Has the audio not been working this whole time? Wait, hold on. Okay, it's working. Thank God. This is the last time this happened was Danganronpa, or maybe even Amori. I need to play Amori again, but Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. What? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I've kind of given Phoenix Wright the Nagito voice from Danganronpa that I did. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock. Isn't a table clock? Do you mean like... No, it's not no, it's the thinker. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. Okay, then if you have to tilt the head, how did it happen? I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after- God, is this judge stupid? So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Bruh. Bruh. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? I do, in fact. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Thank you! Dude, that's what I'm saying! Same with the, phone thing. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Is it actually a clock? You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, oh my God. Oh wow. Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. He threw his headpiece off. Order? Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? You claim the sound of the witness. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowett heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? It's not 8:25, so he thought it was 1. Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing! Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. But... Yo, what up? Hey, what up? Yo, you want a shout out? How goes the Ace Phoenix? It's going, well so far, I think. Yo, check that out. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. Did I lose? What? 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 I should have checked the batteries. I don't know. This ends the cross-examination of Frank Sowett. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. Are you in, son? I don't know anymore. I thought I was. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. Fuck. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sowett. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I picked such a terrible voice for Phoenix Wright, because that is bad for my voice and makes it actually lose. So I think from now on, and I knew this would happen sooner or later, I have to use my normal voice for Phoenix Wright. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Oh no! Not doing Nagito and Danganronpa killed my voice. Cause it's like, you know, yeah, he's got the most dialogue. I knew this would happen. I knew I'd have to because he is actually the main protagonist, but you know. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? No, but I can. I can do it. I usually use a regular voice because it just ends up too much. Oh yeah. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. I always give the main character my normal voice. Yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy? Because I am the main character. True! Okay. Walter, have you played Danganronpa 3? I'm about to give Danganronpa 3 spoilers. V3 spoilers for anyone. But I'm gonna wait like a minute just to make sure no one cares about spoilers for V3. You played them all. Good, good, good. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. So V3 spoilers. When I first played it, you know, we're doing the first trial. I was using my normal voice for... I'm gonna forget all other names, and this is embarrassing. I used my normal voice... Kaede. I used a higher-pitched voice for Kaede, right? And I used my normal voice for Suichi, because I couldn't think of a different voice for Suichi. And then when the twist happened, I was like, man, I knew it the entire time, on God. I didn't, I didn't, but... the proof was in the pudding and in the voice inflections. Because I used a higher voice for her, my normal voice for Suichi.